Hello, Steve Fletcher here. Before we get started, can I ask you please to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, and really help me grow my business. Also, if you've got time, head over to fletchersteve.com where you'll find a multitude of resources constantly being updated to assist you with your day-to-day guitar playing needs. Okay, so today we are going to be taking a look at the Greatest Hits 2, so the single version of Hammer to Fall by Queen. It's always been one of my favourites, this one. The reason we're looking at the Greatest Hits version is it's probably the one that most people have heard. From my point of view, actually, it's the one I heard the most for a really long time. I first got into Queen via Live Aid. I was just, back in the sort of the mid-90s, I was watching the Live Aid concert. So they played the Greatest Hits 2 version, the single version, at the Live Aid concert. And then obviously I got Greatest Hits 2, so I heard that version then. And it wasn't until I saw the Live in Budapest concert, I think, that I realised that there's a whole extra solo section in the middle, which is edited from the single version. But there you go. If this video gets plenty of views, we'll do a little bit of a reappraisal, and we'll do. There's a couple of live versions as well that I'd love to get my teeth into. You can get the tabs for free. They're available from me. All you have to do is everything that it says down there in the description. So there we go. Have fun, boys and girls, and we'll see you next time. Now, before we actually get started, the one thing I do want to just sort of go through with you, it's a very strange thing in that when you try to play along to Hammer to Fall, it seems like it's out of tune. Now, in case you're not aware of what's going on here, I'm going to get the track up and I'm going to play it. And all I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to sort of play the first bit of the song and an A chord. And I hope you can hear, my guitar is in tune, that there is that little bit of tuning discrepancy going on. So, yeah. It's really odd. It sounds a little bit out of tune. In fact, if I play the G sharp here, get the wire out of the way. If I play the G sharp there and just give it a little bend to there, you'll hear it be right. So what's going on? Yeah, it is that little bit out of tune. I don't know why. It would appear to me what they've done there is they may have recorded it. I'm only guessing. I don't know. Is that they've recorded it at a speed and then maybe thought it's a bit too fast. So what they've done, rather than re-record the whole thing, is they've then just altered the speed of the tape machine just ever so slightly. And that's just taken the tuning down by like a quarter of a semitone. That's my guess for what's happened there. Unfortunately, what it means is if you tune your guitar to concert pitch, it'll sound pretty awful. But fortunately, there is something that you can do. You can alter the frequency at which your tuner responds and get it right. So that's what I'm going to show you before we dive into the song, is just how we can correct your tuning a little bit. All tuners are different. I'm using my Helix, my Line 6 Helix floorboard for this, but almost all tuners have got some way in the settings of adjusting the frequency. So just have a little experiment. Okay, so here's my Helix. I've got it on tuner. There's me. Hello. And if I play an E, it's wavering a little bit, but it's in tune. I've learned with the Helix, this top one, you could spend all day and not be right, but there you go. So the crucial thing is this here, the hertz. It's set currently at 440 hertz, which is concert pitch, and that's exactly where it should be. Like all the time. This is the only time I've ever actually had to sit down and adjust this. Now what we can do, it's quite easy on the Helix, you might have to dive into it a little bit, is I can adjust the hertz to 430, and you'll see when I play the strings again, it will just be that little bit out of tune. There you go. So it's gone from the middle at 440 to over here now, and I can tune that. So there you go. So, I'll do a bit of fine tuning, but that is now in tune at 430, and we can now compare the song again. If I put the song on again, you'll hear it sounds a lot better. And there it is. So that's how we do that. But yeah, just don't forget to put it back when you've done playing the song.